In case you missed it, we had the biggest pre-release leak in Call of Duty history, hands down. We're going to talk about perks, we're going to talk about kill streaks, wild cards, maps, all types of stuff in this video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this. There's a lot of stuff, so I'm not going to lie to you. I have a bunch of notes and everything right in front of me. That way I don't miss anything. So I am reading stuff off. Just going to throw that out there real quick. Going to start out, we got Scout Pulse, which I believe is probably going to be more of a personal UAV type deal. That's 400. RCXD is 450. UAV is 675. Counter UAV is 700. Watchdog Helo is 1100. Hellstorm is 1200. I've seen gameplay of a Hellstorm. Very OP. Very OP. Interceptors, not seeing any gameplay on what that is. That is 1250. And then Chopper Gunner is 1600. Chopper Gunners are back. I will say that. Chopper Gunners are back. I've seen gameplay of that on a map that we are going to talk about here in a little bit. Chopper Gunners are back, but you notice there's a big jump from Counter UAV at 700 to Watchdog Helo at 1100. There is more than likely stuff in between there. This was a very early build as far as I'm aware. Very early build compared to what we probably will get in the beta. Field upgrades. We got a salt pack, trophy system, acoustic amp, which makes enemy footsteps louder. Sleeper agent, I am very concerned about because it's gonna be OP. Sleeper agent is going to be OP. There's no two ways about it. I don't know, like, sitting there reading what it is, I don't know how Treyarch put this in the game and didn't think at any point that this was going to be OP. Because you look like an enemy. Like, the name tag above the head, there's almost no there's no anything that can determine that you're an enemy. It just, you look like an enemy for a short period of time. I mean, just the whole nine. There's no really anything that can help you determine that they're not. Gonna be overpowered. I can imagine if we get a nuke in this game that somebody's like 2-3 kills off a nuke, somebody pops sleeper agent and then gets killed. That's going to cause so much rage. Neurogas, it's kind of like a trap, essentially. If you play Apex, it's kind of like Caustic's traps. You sit it down, you walk past it, goes off, disperses gas. Going to perk 1. Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, Ghost. You have to be moving for Ghost to work. Thank God. Flak Jacket, Tac Mask, and Bruiser. With Bruiser, you get more score for melee kills, executions, stuff of that nature. Perk 2, Dexterity. Goodness, I can't talk. Weapon handling improved while moving and no fall damage. I'm not entirely sure if the no fall damage is from any height or just from smaller distances. I would venture to say smaller distances. But if not, definitely going to be a perk that Tim the Tatman uses in Warzone, at least. You got Gung Ho Tracker also auto pings enemies. Now that part has a cooldown as far as I'm aware. So I guess if you're aiming down sight at an enemy, it pings them for the entire team to see. That's what I'm assuming. Engineer, and then you got Forward Intel, which increases the minimap size. And shows the way that they are looking. It's very similar to a UAV is how it operates. Dispatcher and Fast Hands. Then you're going to move to perk 3 where you got Bankroll. You start with 150 score on Bankroll, and then you got some new ones in Vigilance. Then you got Gearhead, Guardian, Quartermaster, and Cold Blooded. Now, Combat Specialty. For Combat Specialty, you have to use, so each one of these perk 1, 2, and 3, you have certain colors. Like, I think perk 1's red, perk 2's green, and then perk 3's blue, or those two might be reversed. If you pick 3 of the same perk, keep that in mind. If you pick 3 of the same perk, you get a combat specialty. And I believe each combat specialty is specific to a certain color, so you can't do 3 green perks and do the red combat specialty. It's not the way it works. So starting out with Enforcer, when you kill somebody, you get a temporary buff in healing and movement. Um, that's going to be overpowered. For people that are going for high kill games or going for nukes, if we get nukes are not confirmed nor denied for this game as far as I'm aware. So Enforcer, when you get kills, you get a temporary buff to healing movement that does regen as you get kills. So if you get 3 kills and all your stuff's about to wear off, you get another kill, regenerates. So technically you could just keep that going for a long time. That is something that will probably be reworked as well. So far, I think the only things that will probably be reworked is Enforcer and Sleeper Agent. Those, like, so far, those are the 2 that I think will be reworked because I can see them totally being a problem. Recon allows you to see through walls on respawn game modes only. Search and destroy players, they thought about you guys when they made this one 100%. It's emphasized for respawn only. The HUD indicator tells you when you are being looked at outside of the FOV, as well as no death skulls when you kill people. So again, Recon allows you to see through walls. HUD indicator tells you when you're being looked at, kind of like high alert. And then no death skulls when you kill people, so you can't be tracked down. That's another good one. Then Strategist is just the weakest one. You earn bonus score. That's the basics of it. Perk Greed. We've seen Perk Greed before, so I don't think I need to talk about that one. Gunfighter and Overkill. We have had all 3 of these before in the past. Don't really think I need to talk about those. Moving on to the maps. These are just the maps that we have pictures of. We got Scud, which is what I was going to talk to you about earlier when I mentioned a map that I had seen a Chopper Gunner gameplay of. Scud, if you've seen the pictures of the map with the radar in it, that's Scud. That is the one that is Scud. It looks like a very small strike map. Just from above in a Chopper Gunner, it looks like a small strike map, very straightforward, not a whole lot going on. There's probably some underground tunnel system going on. There has to be. Just looking at the map from over top, there has to be some sort of like underground system or something, or this is just going to be terrible. This will be a terrible map if not. Pit, Rewind, Stakeout, Derelict, Protocol, Gala, Babylon, and Skyline. We have seen Skyline. Skyline is the villa looking place that we saw in the trailer, that we saw a lot of in the trailer. That's what Skyline is. Gala, I'm going to assume that Gala is the casino, fancy looking map that people have seen pictures of, but we weren't really sure whether it was a multiplayer map or if it was part of the campaign or both. That's what Gala is, as far as I'm able to decipher. I'm going to assume it's both. They just put too much detail into this to not be both. Then we're going to move on to things that we don't really have in the game that we saw pictures of, but there are files for. We got Vorkuta Mine, Vorkuta, Catacomb, Flat, Dig, Babylon, Train Graveyard, Russian Base, Socotra 2, don't know if I said that right, Hacienda, Strip Mall, Red Card, Firing Range 2, Veiled, Canals, Island, Pillage, Radar, Stealth Town, or Stealth, and Nuketown. Again, those are not actually in the game. Those are just things that They're in the files. And you might be asking, dude, how does a leak of this magnitude happen? Jailbroke PS4. That's it. Jailbroke PS4 caused all of this. You do get custom reticles. They are making a return, which I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was playing TDM or Domination or one of the two, because I never play regular multiplayer ever anymore. It's just not fun in the Modern Warfare world. But I was playing the other day and I was like, man, I miss custom reticles. Like I miss these custom reticles. They are making a return. I will say, Rewind, we have also seen pictures of as well. Rewind looks like it's going to be in the files what they referenced as strip mall. It looks like it's going to be that Liberty Falls type deal. Something to do with, I think I've heard something to do with Liberty Falls and zombies. Can't confirm or deny that, but I've heard whispers of it. But Rewind is that Liberty Falls thing where you see in the trailer they're inside of what looks like a store and they're shooting out at people that are on a street. That's what Rewind is. I'm just looking through my notes to see if I missed anything for you guys. Something small. When loading in, you get the map image and all that. It's going to be very similar to games that we've had in the past that Treyarch have made. You're going to have your average eliminations on that map, which I believe we got in BO4 and Cold War maybe. You're going to get your KD ratio and your win-loss ratio on that map for that mode. That is all that I really have for you guys. But I will keep you guys updated if more leaks do happen. I will say, I do have a video of the map that we're getting after Verdansk in Warzone. So Verdansk has been pushed back. We're not getting Verdansk in December or January like we were hoping or thinking. It's going to be more towards the midlife cycle of Warzone and Black Ops 6. They're going to give us map updates and everything to Urzikstan and ranked play to kind of make up for this, but Verdansk has been moved back a little bit, and this new map is called Avalon, I believe. Just trying to pull it out of the top of my head. Called Avalon. I have a problem with this map. I made a quick short about it yesterday that I eventually deleted because quality over quantity. I'm trying to think of how I can put it nicely. The map has potential, but there's two. If you guys remember Black Ops 4, when they had Blackout, there's at some point you eventually had to cross a bridge. Like the map was big, it was spread out, but eventually you had to cross bridges and the whole waterway system. It's like that times 10. There's too much water. Like way too much water and too many bridge crossings. I don't know if they're trying to put an emphasis on boat travel in that or not. The map looks terrible. I'm just going to be honest. I'm hoping that with Verdansk and these leaks, I'm hoping that the want for Verdansk allows them to push off this map Avalon, because Avalon looks horrible. Just too much water, too much one-dimensional ways to get across. Because it's not like you got a couple bridges. It's like you got one bridge here to get to this side, and then you got one bridge here to go to this area, and you got one bridge here to go to this area. And theoretically, somebody can just sit on the opposite end of these bridges in a building, ADSing, and mow people down that try to cross the bridge. Not really. It's very campy. The map looks very campy. Just it will be a problem, 100%. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by, watching today's video. If you did make it to this part of the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more content just like this. I'm going to try to get out more videos for you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.